Donald Trump had a complete and total meltdown after multiple global failures over the weekend. Now, of course, the Iran deal negotiation has completely fallen flat as Iranian negotiators walked out of the room, threatened to start bombing once again. And JD Vance said, I've been here like 45 hours. I'm going to go back home. But that's not the only failure that's taking place. Trump is having to be dragged off of Truth Social after a humiliating disaster with the reflecting pool. Now, the reflecting pool both is and is not an issue of major consequence and importance in the United States. What do I mean by that? On the one hand, it's just a reflecting pool. And whether it's longer or wider or thinner or girthier than any other reflecting pool is not really relevant to the economic status of the average American. That's on the one hand. But on the other hand, it is emblematic of and a microcosm of everything that is wrong with the way that Donald Trump does business and runs the country. No bid contract by using a bogus urgent emergency declaration to do the reflecting pool renovation, I guess you would call it. And it's done incompetently after Donald Trump stakes his reputation on it and the beauty of America under Trump. And immediately the thing is filled with green algae and pieces are coming off of it. And then Trump starts saying that it is his political opponents who are vandalizing it and claims there have been arrests, but we've been given no information about the people supposedly arrested. It's everything that is Trump. It's just a reflecting pool, but it's corruption, it's cronyism, it's lies, it's scapegoating. So Donald Trump took to Truth Social, as he often does. Where's my Truth Social button here? Dear God.
Truth Central.
There it is.
I love Tesla.
Just a little Tesla for good measure. Trump takes to Truth Social and starts issuing a number of different declarations, starting with, quote, many additional people have been arrested having to do with the disgraceful vandalism of our beautiful reflecting pool. It hasn't looked or worked like this since 1922 when it was originally built. But even then it leaked badly and didn't work. Ours worked perfectly, including the mirror-like finish, perfectly reflecting the two great monuments which it never had before. What these terrible vandals have done is a true affront to both Presidents George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and should be dealt with accordingly. We met with contractors today. We'll probably be forced to release and drain much of the water in order to do the necessary repairs, but we'll have them done as quickly as possible. What they have damaged does not even include the earlier killing of a large amount of grass, which was by far the least of it. They took some form of knife or blade and put a 250-foot-long gash into the beautiful facade of what took so much work, competence, and money to build and complete. They also poured corrosive and destructive chemicals into the pool. These are some vandals, huh? The reflecting pool was never so beautiful as it just was 1 week ago, even going back to 1922 when it opened. We are very proud of what we have done with this magnificent structure. We will get it repaired quickly to an equal level of beauty, blah, blah, blah. None of this really makes a lot of sense. There's 24-hour surveillance. Ted Lieu had a good post about this, which we'll look at a little bit later. There's 24-hour surveillance. Trump is talking about extensive deliberate damage being done to this thing. What happened is Trump gave a no-bid contract, and it didn't really fix the problem at the reflecting pool. Trump spends more time bragging about how beautiful and historic his reflecting pool is than actually explaining to us what took place. And of course, last month, Trump said, you couldn't possibly cut the pool with a knife. It's so strong. It's so powerful. And now we're supposed to believe that vandals with a knife carved a 250-foot gash into the thing, one of the most monitored locations in D.C. We have no footage and we have no information about the arrests. And the theme always is with Trump, the project being damaged is an affront to Washington and to Lincoln themselves and to MAGAs and to patriots. And it's like a crime report of sorts. It's very, very weird, except it all seems to be fabricated. So Trump continuing, there's another post, quote, work will begin immediately on fixing the seriously vandalized reflecting pool. I just inspected it. Trump known to be a very good building and construction inspector. I just inspected it and could only say to myself and those gathered around me, wow, who would do such a thing? Sick, deranged people. We will fix it, President Donald J. Trump. It's all totally absurd and ridiculous on its face. Every problem in Donald Trump's world is either sabotage, enemies, villains. It can't just be like someone screwed it up. There's a maintenance issue. There was a failure. You didn't hire the best people. You tried to solve what wasn't really the problem. And it's funny and also kind of disturbing that at the end of the day, this is a decorative pool. I'm not diminishing the importance of nice looking cities and the nation's capital looking good, but it's a decorative pool at the end of the day. And what Trump seems most bothered by is the idea that something he promoted might not be perfect. That's really what bothers him at the end of the day. And there's this surreal visual of Trump conducting this emergency Truth Social campaign about what at the end of the day is a decorative pool. But if you consider what he's saying for a second, Congressman Ted Lieu, I think, gets it right. Ted Lieu posted to Twitter, quote, "There is a 24/7 camera that shows the reflecting pool. If someone went into the pool and made a 250-foot gash, it would have been seen. Trump is lying again. Everyone knows it. But the people at the Justice Department are randomly going after people to soothe Trump's fragile ego." I think that that's absolutely right. And just go back to what Donald Trump said about the reflecting pool last month, which is even if you took a knife to it, which is what he now says happened, you wouldn't be able to damage it.
This will last for at least 50 years, and you'll never have a leak. It's very
Never.
strong. You couldn't, if you had a knife, I don't want to give anybody ideas. If you had a knife, you can't even cut it. So strong, so powerful. It's like powerful rubber. It is beautiful, sealed. And I looked at just one of the little pieces that they did to finish. It's like a piece of glass. Beautiful color, beautiful everything.
Yeah. So if you had a knife, Trump said, you wouldn't even be able to do anything. But that's exactly what he says happened. And we don't have the video of it. If multiple arrests have been made, we should be able to see the names of the people, the charges, show us the footage, show us all of it. So as usual, Trump boxes himself in by saying this thing is indestructible. And now he wants you to believe the pool was unbelievably strong because he did it. Trump would never do something weak. That's pathetic for beta males. So strong. And also, vandals destroyed it with a knife and some chemicals. And we can't tell you their names or what they've been charged with. And we definitely can't show you the surveillance footage. Anybody believing this crap? Now, the bigger story, it's not really the pool. It's this incessant need for Trump to turn every single setback into a conspiracy or an attack, rather than just admitting something may have gone wrong. You can apply it to just about any area of Trump's governance or lack thereof. And that's the theme. It's happening here. It's just a reflecting pool, but it's another corrupt, cronyistic, incompetent incident that Trump wrapped himself up in. I don't have a cat myself, but I have spent enough time around friends' cats to know that there are picky cats when it comes to food. If they don't like it, they won't eat it. But one of my friends has had a ton of success switching to Smalls cat food. Before Smalls, mealtime was very hit or miss. The cat gets excited now. Our sponsor, Smalls, is fresh, human-grade cat food made with real ingredients, no fillers or artificial stuff, high protein, gently cooked, promotes digestion, delivered right to your door. My friend did a side-by-side with the old food and Smalls. The cat went for Smalls. Your cat deserves more than a bowl of processed shortcuts. Try Smalls. If your cat doesn't love Smalls, you get a full refund for a limited time. My audience gets 60% off your first order, plus free shipping and free treats for life when you go to smalls.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.